One of our most favourite restaurants in Sunderland has a row of trophies that they've won over the years. And I thought, do you know what? There's one missing. There's one missing from me. So let's make them one. The first thing I needed to do was find a nice suitable piece of glass that would sit well on a shelf amongst the others. And I've had this in my stash for quite some time now, and I thought, do you know what? That's just going to be perfect. Next, I needed some wording to stick on it, and I'm not sure if you can see this or not, but it was cut out using a Cricut machine onto some sticky backed vinyl. So the first thing I need to do with this is to weed out the vinyl, so pick out the letters with a sharp little tool. It can be fiddly, it takes some time, and it's not a really good task for somebody as impatient as I am. One letter done, many to go. After a good half hour or so, it was done and time to stick it onto the glass. So I need to cut this out so it's easier to manage. And also cut out a square of transfer paper to be able to help me put the vinyl onto the glass a little bit easier. Just need to peel off the backing paper and stick that down to the vinyl, making sure it's well stuck. I now need to peel back the backing paper from the vinyl, leaving the vinyl stuck to the transfer tape, hopefully. Now, this is the tricky bit because those loads of little cutouts like the middle of the A and that little tiny bit in the middle of the E that will stick on, see those little dots there? It just sticks on that backing paper, and I've got to get all of those off and make sure that it's all stuck in place. So a little bit of rubbing with my pokey tool should hopefully help it stick to the transfer paper. And let's go. Has it? Has it? No. Let's try again. This bit took an absolute age, but finally we got there. Now the tricky bit of getting the vinyl down onto the glass. I've cleaned the glass. It's nice and sparkly clean, and I've just got to make sure that I position this dead centre, otherwise it's going to look absolute rubbish. And I'm trying to be brave here and just lay it down, but I know that I'm faffing because it's a big thing and really do need to get it straight. And we have touchdown. Woohoo, stuck. Now to get it down straight with no bubbles, blemishes or wonky bits. Okay. That's not centred and I'm really unhappy with it. So it's coming off. I'm going to start again. Right, I've done a new piece. You didn't need to see me weed all that out again, but I'm checking it, double checking it and triple checking it that it's going to fit nicely in place this time. I've made a couple of marks on the glass this time to make sure that I get it bob on in the middle. Once bitten, twice shy and all that. And it's stuck down and it's centred, and I'm happy with this one. I'm going to carefully peel off this backing tape, this transfer tape, make sure it's all stuck, just carefully peel it back. The next step is to tape everything off that I don't want to be caught with the sandblaster. So I only want the lettering to be sandblasted, so I've got to make sure every other piece of glass is totally covered up. And this is a sandblaster I'm going to use. I'm going to pop my work into the side, make sure the door's tightly closed and turn the machine on, all the extractions and all of that stuff. And then it's time to give it a good blast with the sand. So what this machine does is take layers of glass off. How many layers depends on how long you spend doing it. So I think that looks quite good. It's quite hard to tell actually until you get all the plastic and all the tape off, but we'll have a look. And there we have it, all done, all washed, all the dust washed off. I'm not sure you can see it that clearly. Let me put some black behind it. There you go. So that's it. And that's the process and all done. I'm quite happy with it. And now all I've got to do is go and deliver it. And here it is on the shelf along with their other plaques and trophies. But as I say, just a little bit of fun for what I think is one of the nicest restaurants in Sunderland. And if you fancy trying it yourself, it's called the Uvrage. Go give it a go.